make me go crazy. Life lately, but no, can't fake, no. Gotta mold this clay, let go. Can't fake, no. Gotta mold this clay, let go. Wiggle, what I saw. What you see? I saw win, not a draw. That's the lead with the family up to.
On this episode of Molding the Clay podcast, we're sitting down with Sai, the credit fiend, as we discuss from chaos to clarity. Now let's get into it.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Molding the Clay podcast, where we discuss everything relationship, y'all. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We had a great episode. I hope y'all was able to learn something about starting over after a divorce from our last episode with Miss Lacey Dial.
Yeah, that was a really good conversation. Because I don't think people understand what it's like to go through a divorce as a lesbian woman or even a gay couple. Like, we endure those same types of hurt and drama and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it was good to get a good perspective of that and how to, be on the other side of that. So.
Absolutely. I agree, y'all. So, y'all, in today's episode, we are diving into the transformative journey of someone who had to hit emotional rock bottom to finally open their heart, first to themselves, then to others. From growing up without a clear picture of love to a reckless youth avoiding connection to being humbled by heartbreak and karma. This story explores how pain can become the greatest teacher. We'll talk about healing, self-awareness, unlearning toxic patterns, and learning how to love within. Molders, please welcome business consultant, entrepreneur, and credit guru, Sai, a.k.a. Sai the Credit Fiend, to the Molding the Clay podcast.
Welcome.
Sai?
I really like that introduction. This sound like this gonna be some heat going on for here today.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, I like
You do
that.
be coming through with them
Yeah,
intros.
yeah.
We gotta make our guests feel as special as they are.
Exactly.
Because we
I like
appreciate
that.
y'all
I
coming
appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, like I said, we do our research, when we try to get our intros together.
Yeah.
So,
Nah,
yeah.
that was good.
Yeah.
I like that.
How you feeling, Sai?
I'm feeling good though.
That's
I appreciate
good.
y'all for having me on the
You
show.
look good.
Thank you.
Look at
Thank
her
you.
clear.
Thank you.
Hey,
Don't
women,
make me-
Sai is an eligible bachelor.
Uh,
Well, all right. Look at her.
All right, y'all. So today, y'all, we are going to be discussing from chaos to clarity, learning love through pain.
Yeah.
That's
That's good.
For sure. So Sai got a story, y'all. Sai had to recently start over. You know what I mean? Like, just cut everything and all behaviors out of her life and actually start over from a clean slate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tell us about that.
So I was in a really bad relationship. Like started in 2017, and just to keep it short and simple, it was like toxic. Like, and I was younger. I'm 33 now. I think I was probably like 26, 27 when I got with her, something like that. And it was just like not coming from a lot of love at home, being younger. It was not that it was a bad environment.
Right,
it was
right.
more so like. It just, you didn't see, like, my mom wasn't married, we didn't see, like, the marriage or two people being together and talking their differences out and stuff like that. So I really never knew, how to do none of that stuff. And then being with the toxic person, it's just, like, two bulls, but just keep butting each other's heads. So we went through a lot of, like, toxic things, and it was just, like, I lost myself in that relationship. And when I say I lost myself, it was more so, I'm a very confident person. I'm a very want to take pictures, want to get in front of the camera. When I was with her, I didn't want to do that. She made me feel like, oh, what you taking a picture for? You trying to, see these? You try to want these women to see you, but it's just now where I'm at now, I know that's toxic. Like, you supposed to want to see a woman shine. You supposed to want to see them looking good, and you supposed to compliment them, you know? So I just lost a lot of confidence in myself, like a lot of confidence in like love. I didn't even know what it really was. Like, it really took for me to get out of that relationship to really start loving myself, to seeing like different things and how in the relationship that stuff was wrong, and how I was letting her like kind of manipulate me to be how she wanted me to be. And I had to get out of it, honestly. And when I did, I'm happy, because now I learned myself, and I am actively dating.
Okay.
And I definitely learned myself for the most part, though, for sure.
So what was and congratulations on recognizing, you know what I mean, taking the step back and recognizing that you had work to do. Y'all both had work to do. So what was the point in the relationship though that made you sit back and just be like, damn, this ain't it?
It's a couple of them. So one is when she used to drink. Turned into like, it was like, man, it's like another different person. And now, like I say, I'm gonna keep reverting to like what I know now and how I am now. I knew that whatever she had, what was wrong with her, like as far as her pains and her traumas, it came out. And then she put it on me, like, and it was like it was like really, really bad. And then the cheating, the infidelity, like she cheated. Like, man, like when I tell you it hit so close to home with people that like she was like cheated with, and like she had a child. So it was like the whole going back and forth with the baby father and doing stuff like that. It was just like, it was just too much for me. But I stayed, and I feel like I'm a strong believer in God, you know.
Absolutely.
And I feel like he watched me do so much, you know, jumping from this woman. Like, that was the first woman, when we broke up, I couldn't date. Like, I didn't even want to see another woman, you know, like I didn't even want to talk to nobody else. And if I did, I'm 9 times out of 10 hurting them, because I'm messed up, you know, hurt people.
Yeah.
So, and I just feel like it was those two, really, when she got drunk and she was just acting like irate, and then like we never really like got physical or anything. It was that and like the cheating. I just really couldn't take that. And then like it just got to that last point, and I was just like, yeah, I gotta go. And yeah, I just left her like straight. Yeah. The last incident, I left her, actually.
It sounded like to me she had a lot of misplaced anger that she clearly did not deal with. And a lot of people do that. They bring in that misplaced anger into their relationships when she needed to heal herself before even trying to be in a relationship with somebody.
Yeah. And I think the biggest mistake I made too was that I proposed to her not even out of real love. Like, not out of like, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. I proposed to her because I wanted her to act right. I wanted to show her like, yeah, you know, somebody will love you, right? Somebody will give you this, but I had to understand now, what I know now, is you can't do that with people who hurt. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them really heal. And then after that, you know, you can see what y'all can have, you know? Yeah. So that's why I am happy I date the person I date now, because I don't like, it's a totally different, like, everything. Like, it's not that. For the most part. And I don't never want to do that, try to like do certain things to make a person love you more, make a person treat you better, or be with you, or only want to be with you. Like, I feel like people legit have to heal before you get into something serious.
Yeah. Absolutely. Heavy on, you gotta heal, because if not, you gonna mess out and lose a good person. You know what I'm saying? Because you are not healed. And people think that, like, I'd rather for you to take the time you need to heal and leave me over here where I'm at. And then when you heal, we can pick back up, or I can try to meet you where you at. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, sometimes people don't feel like they need to heal. Sometimes people feel like they're already healed until you get into another relationship and all of that trauma and those triggers start coming out. But at the same time, you can meet somebody and it's like they show you, baby, you're not healed. But you know that you need to be healed, and that person helps you go through that healing process and that healing journey. So sometimes you start healing when you're with that person, but you have to want to be able to do that. Yeah, you have to recognize it. But if you don't, you're going to continue to be that toxic, heartless, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that person that you've been until you get that proper healing.
Basically, you gotta wanna be better for yourself.
Right.
Like you could have somebody that wanna give you the world and they wanna see you prosper and grow and all that, but you inside of you have to want to heal first, like,
Yeah.
because that's who got to put in the work. That's what anything, business, like wanting your business to grow, like you got to do it. Can't nobody come in and do it for you. Like you got to want it first, and it take a village. So if you do get somebody that love you like that, you got to give them some help. You know?
Yeah.
So what do you think, what do you think within you that you think needed worked on to where you accepted less than what you deserve in that relationship to where you stayed?
I think just the feeling of needing that love, that love that you get, that genuine love, that like it. So like when you're loved properly, like I feel like with growing up with parents, anything like you have that voice. Like if I never had a voice to express like, well, that made me feel this way. Like so communication was a bad thing. I just get mad, I don't talk about it, or I get mad, I keep it in. So like when it come out, it comes out the wrong way. So like I feel like just not having that open door to like express my feelings and tell like have that love and like somebody tell me like, okay, well tell me how you feel. How did that make you feel? You know, just really not understanding love. That's why I just really couldn't like do it, give it to her, whatever like that.
Yeah. I know you mentioned in your 20s you said you was hell in your 20s. What did that phase look like for you in your 20s?
Man, I literally like jumped. I was like, and then the thing is, I had girlfriends, but like I was a cheater. Like I was cheating. I cheated. Like literally, if I stopped talking to this girl, it'll be another girl right there behind her. Like
you got a rotation.
Yeah, like I am not lying. Literally, it'd be one. I'd be talking to her. I'd break up with her, and I didn't care. Like I was so emotionless. I mean, emotionless. Like I didn't have any emotions. Like I didn't care. Literally, like I'm trying to stress to the point where I didn't care. Like now, I'm like vulnerable with the person I talk to. I can talk to her, like, but she give me that door too. So I didn't have no emotions. So one girl, next girl, next girl, next girl, next girl, next girl, and like even before I met my ex, I was with someone and like she was great. Like, and I really feel like I hurt her feelings a lot because I literally left her for the ex that I was with, and it was like I shouldn't have did that. But then again, like I said, I'm a strong believer in God, so I feel like I needed that. I needed what happened to me in my last relationship so I can be the person I am today, so I can love properly, so I can love somebody correct, so I can give what I wasn't given, you know, the broken parts in me. And I think I know I'm there. So
yeah, I think now don't kill me, okay? Because I have a different perspective when it comes to people dating in their 20s. I feel like in your 20s, you really shouldn't have a serious relationship. You're still young. You're still learning who you are as a person. You're growing into adulthood, trying to figure out life. And so when people say, in my 20s, I was in a relationship, I cheated, I did this, I mean, well, what do you expect?
Right.
You're in your 20s.
Well, shit, you had me in my 20s.
Late 20s. It was your late 20s.
Yeah. You gotta specify 20s.
Yeah. Okay. Well, your late 20s. You was in your late 20s, but more so the early part of your 20s.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? 19, 20, 21, 22. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to expect for people to have that type of mentality at that age. I wouldn't expect anything less than that.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't really be mad about it because you're still learning. Like, you really don't know what you want in a relationship at that age. Like, how can you know? You barely even know what you want in life.
That's true. Yeah. Still, yeah.
And I think just to speak on that, I feel like because of like when you don't have proper bringing up, like when it comes like love, of course, just in that area, you mess up a lot in your 20s. Like so, this like men, women, whoever, like, you will do damage, you know. And I feel like people that's in their 20s right now, if you are in your 20s, you should take your time and just figure yourself out. Yeah, that's it. Get to some money. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, get to some money.
Get your shit together.
Learn yourself and
Yeah.
then go off and try to, do what you
Yeah.
do.
Use that time to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Whether it's in relationships or in life. Use that time, because by the time you get to your 30s, you done did it all. You got it figured out. You know, now you know, okay, this is what I want and what I don't want.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And I when I broke up with her, I think I was like, I had to be going into my, like, I was like 30, I think. So now I always tell people, like, I know what I want. So I talk to a female, it literally be 48 hours. I know. I don't want to talk to you.
Not 48 hours.
Especially when you go through a horrific heartbreak in a
Yeah, it be
relationship.
like,
Your peace, goddamn it. You like,
you got to
I know
go.
what I want. I can't do it.
Yeah.
That's the first sign right there. Nope.
Yeah.
And it don't be that I be counting you out. It's just like, I know.
Yeah.
So, like, I know I'm not like, I don't want a person to be who I want them to be or do what I want them to do. Like, no, but I know, like, and I'm going to know.
Yeah, you know what you want to accept, what you don't want to deal with, because that relationship that break your heart and take you through there, you any sign of it. And it's not that you not healed, you know what I'm saying? It's just that now you just like, I've been there, done that, I don't want that. I see the signs ahead of time.
And there's still a lot of damaged women in their 30s.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like,
for sure.
The worst line that I hate that any person could use is, "Oh, this just how I am."
Not with me, baby.
Y'all be like, come on, man. Like,
that's not just how you are.
No.
Yeah, like it's man.
And you got to stop using that.
You definitely do have to accept somebody for who they are. And I'm not ever going to try to change nobody. I learned that a long time. You can't change somebody, but that's why you got to just stick around to see their true colors and see the things that they do and how they move. And then you just decide, hey, shit, I can't move. You can't move like that with me, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't think that it's so much of who they want to be as a person. I think it's just their past and their upbringing and the hurt that they endured growing up. And so they don't know how to maneuver through that pain. But that doesn't make them a good or bad person. That just means that they're unhealed and they haven't had that person to come in and properly love them through that pain and that hurt. You know what I'm saying? To make them want to be like, okay, I don't want to be this person no more, because this person is here to love me. And I need to allow them to do that. In order for me to do that, I have to heal myself. You know what I'm saying?
Because you would get with somebody that'll make you want to change. You know what I'm saying? They'll make you want to change. They'll be like, damn, this person actually see the good in me. This person actually love me. Let me get on my shit.
Yeah,
you know
that's how it is with the female.
And let me just, hold that thought. Let me take that back. Sai is not available. I said in the beginning.
I was like, she going to get me in trouble.
Let me look into the camera. Boo, whoever you are, I'm sorry. Sai is not available.
I was a little confused. I was like, wait, so you got to get
last time I talked to Sai, Sai was available bachelor, but now Sai is not an available bachelor, ladies. I am so sorry.
Nah, we dating.
Yeah.
So, like, we not together, but we dating. But
okay.
I feel like that's what you supposed to do.
Absolutely.
Like, date until y'all both want to say, like, let's be together.
Let's be exclusive.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Like, let's, all that stuff. But for the most part, like, and it's been a year, like, on and off. And not on and off bad. It was just more so, like, okay, we're dating. So, like, okay, she may have been talking to who she was talking to, and I was doing what I was doing, but we were still friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that I love.
Friendship.
We friends. Like,
yes.
we kick it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when, we wasn't, like, dating exclusively, like, now, as far as, like, how we doing now, it was still kind of more like, we kick it. Like, she'd call me and be like, talk to me, vent to me, like, tell me about, like, whatever she had going on. I don't feel like that's bad, because I feel like you need transparency.
Absolutely.
In a relationship, marriage, or anything. Honesty and transparency are two different things to me. I feel like when you're transparent with somebody, you tell them. You don't gotta ask.
Right.
Like, it ain't even like I gotta wonder. I gotta, like,
you gonna know for sure.
Yeah.
She gonna come to you and be like, look, baby, let me tell you exactly what just happened today. Ooh, but with honesty, you gotta ask. Like, you gotta be like, well, you gotta ask the question, so are you doing this? And then they gotta tell you the truth and stuff. So, like, I like people that's transparent.
I love that breakdown.
Very transparent. So, like,
that's definitely.
I love that breakdown. And then the fact that y'all starting off as friends and y'all building that foundation, that's gonna be a strong foundation. Because you gotta be able to have a friendship. You gotta be able to like who you with, be able to hang out with who you with. You know what I'm saying? Because once Because if y'all ever go through a rough period or a rough time, you got to have that to fall back on and be like, damn, this my friend at the end of the day. So
yeah, I love that what you said. I had watched the interview with, I don't know who interviewed you, but she was like, I guess she was asking like, what makes y'all relationship strong? She was like, I like my wife. A lot of people don't like their spouse.
they don't.
They don't like.
I see it all the
like
time.
her. Like, look, love it like I want to like you like all the time. Look, I'ma love you like I'm not saying I'm not downplaying love, but I love my dog. I can love my bird. I can love my cat.
Yeah.
When I like you, like I want to do it with you. Like I want to
Yeah.
do anything with you. Like let's go. Like
I'd rather hang out, like when we go play, I'd rather have her with me. I'd rather hang out with my wife than one of the homies. You know what I'm saying? Like when they see me, anybody that see me when we step out, if she ain't with me, they be like, damn, what Tiana?
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, this is a boy's thing. She can't come. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think that's so important in any relationship is you have to genuinely like the person that you with because you have to want to be able to do life with them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't do that if you don't like them genuinely.
You got to be able to have fun.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's a partnership. At the end of the day, too.
Yeah. So how did the pain you felt shift your perspective on love and your self-worth?
I just shifted on love. It kind of made me feel like I wasn't ready to be like, especially with me proposing. Like even before I proposed, I had asked my auntie. Like my auntie Lisa, that's my favorite auntie. Like that growing up, that is a person who showed me love. And like when she see me, still right now I'm 33. When she see me, she gonna kiss all over me like I'm 2 years old. You know, like so. I asked her like, do you think I should do this? She was like, she called me Babaloo. She like, no.
She call you what?
Babaloo.
That's cute.
She called me Babaloo. She's never called me by my government name ever. I did one time. She gave me a whooping. And that was it. I never heard my name ever again. But Babaloo, that's what she called me. I asked her. She was like, nah, Babaloo, I don't think you should do it. You're not ready for that. And her being married, she's married now for like 18 plus years. But she was like, no, I don't think you should do that. She was like, no. So I think it just shifted it because I felt after that, like I know I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready to give somebody something I don't even know what it looked like. I don't know how I feel for real. I don't know what goes into it for real. Like I don't know how it even looks. So like you shouldn't be doing this. You need to see first, love yourself first. When you love yourself, then you could give it to them. You could get them that love. You can get them that vulnerability when you're vulnerable with yourself, when you're learning yourself. So I feel like that's what kind of like shift and like kind of made me understand like love is like not, it's just not a word.
Yeah.
It's definitely
It's an action.
more action.
Yeah.
It's an action.
Definitely.
So do you feel like that last relationship was karma?
Yeah. I don't believe in karma. I believe in God.
Absolutely. There you go.
So at the end of the day, when you need to be taught a lesson, you gonna get it. You know, what goes around comes around. You know,
That's what I live by.
yeah, you know, what goes around comes around. You do good, you know, you're gonna be blessed. So at the end of the day, I felt like I said, I needed it. If I didn't get it, I'd probably still be running through women right now.
Yeah.
Like just running through them. Like she really, it was a brick wall after her. Like bam, like nah. Like I was really that's like the first girl I probably like really like love, like did a lot for, like now I want to say like love, because now I'm really learning the true definition of it. But that was the first girl that I kind of like opened up and like was vulnerable and like did like certain things with and stuff. So it was like it really like kind of took me for a loop, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's ooh, there's some of them times in a relationship. But I'm glad to see you now. Because like you said, sometimes God will leave you in that test for a minute to birth that testimony and to birth what it is that he needs for you to see. Because had you not went through that, I know when we in it, we kicking, screaming, want to ball up, lay on the floor like, God, I'm a good person. Why do I deserve this? Why is this happening to me? But on the other side of it, you like, this is what I need to go through to be the person that I am today. Because look, your whole perspective on relationships, on self-love, on all those things have changed to now where you can really value yourself first and know what you deserve and then value the woman that you're actually dating right now as well. So it was something that was necessary to happen. So what steps did you take after that relationship to be able to walk into your full self as far as self-love? Because a lot of people don't know where to start.
Yeah. I think a few things I did was I was living by myself. Because I was living with her for like maybe like 3
How
years.
was that talk about that how was that transition?
It was peaceful because I got out of hell. I was in hell. It was peaceful. So like, and she for the most part I was the provider. You know, like she would work, but then she would stop working. You know, and she felt like cooking, cleaning, and having sex was the just it. Like
the job
I'm giving you.
Yeah,
you know, she always saying like anybody your daddy had this, and I'm like, bro, like I can go get Maria. I can go get Maria to clean and fold my clothes. I can go, you know, I can learn how to cook. I can get on some
facts.
So you know what I'm saying? I can replace that.
Right.
What can you give me that's more than that? Like what can you do? And I'm a very intellectual person. So like you have to feed my mind.
Absolutely.
Like you have to feed my soul. Like you have to give me something that's like that I can't touch. Like I don't need you to. I could cook for myself. Like now, I would say like now I be cooking. Like I cook for myself. I clean. I could have did all that stuff. Yeah, you were doing that. Like you were like an assistant or something. But like it was more so like stuff like that. But it ain't nothing that I can't get. You know,
right?
Like,
or do for yourself.
Yeah,
I can replace that. You know what I'm saying? So she always used to be like, yeah, you know, that's basically that. Like that was the only thing, and I was just like, no, like I need more from you, like you know. So
yeah. So looking back on that today, how would you describe? Like, what is your meaning of love now? Because I know you said you thought you were in love.
Like, how did
that you loved her. So now today, what is your meaning of that?
The meaning of it, it's really. I still feel like it's actions. Like I can tell you all day. Like I think love is to love them, is to cherish them, to treat them good, to like give them the confidence that you have that comes from loving yourself. I just feel like it's really in real life, genuinely like liking and loving somebody, like making them aware of like the person I date. She's not like she don't like expressing herself, you know, but I want to work through that with her.
Right,
That's love.
right. Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you got a person where you like, okay, well maybe she do this. Like I don't like that. It's more so of a give and take. Like what do I wanna take in from you? Like she not expressive. That don't make me run away. It made me want to talk to her and be like, you know, okay, so talk to me why you're not expressive. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let me see why you don't express yourself. And that's what we do, you know. And she just be like, man, you know, like no one's ever like cared about why I don't want to express myself. So I feel like love is like really. It's action. It's
patience.
Really action. It's patient, and it's like I've learned. I'm so patient. Like I don't have patience. Like I mean, like even up at like Chick-fil-A at the landlord, I'm like, oh my god, like I mean, but she's patient, so she's like, just relax. It's okay. We're not going nowhere. And then I calm down. I be like, all right, man, you're right.
Yeah,
you know, like
that's how she is. That's how she is with me.
Like you need the balance. Like if you got another person that's impatient, y'all both in the car screaming. It's like.
Yeah.
You know, so I really feel like it's the actions you take. And I want to go back to like how you asked me about like what steps did I take to like actually like start loving myself. Definitely got a lot of more peace, and then I just started like focusing on me. Like as far as like cause how I even got into entrepreneurship is I had a corporate job or whatever. I can't speak too much on how I left because of the situation and how I left, but I was racially profiled, and I basically I got out of it, and it was a good deal to get out of it, you know. So once I did that, I was always in logistics, like trucking and stuff like that. So I was doing that for like 8 years. I still do it, so it's like ongoing. So I was like, man, I need to figure out like how do I actually like get money like for myself. So that's what credit came in at. Credit played a big part. So I'm like, my credit wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a few collections, stuff on there, and then I started learning more about that stuff. So I took, you know, what God gave me from that situation, from that corporate job, and I started investing in my knowledge.
That's what's up.
I started investing in things that I didn't know. My biggest thing that I always tell people, you can't do what you don't know. Same thing with love and anything else. So I started investing in myself. I started learning the credit business, and then I fixed my own credit. I fixed it up, got me some funding, you know, and then I bought a Sprinter van, box truck, and I just started like feeding it to myself.
That's
you know,
dope.
like
Yeah.
it wasn't a woman. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a woman around to like distract me. Sometimes women can be a distraction.
That's true.
Going out could be a distraction. You know, like it was like a meme Jim Carrey said, if you're not willing to sacrifice, you know, a year or 6 months to a year of your life of boredom, I mean, like that's true.
Say that.
Like
what I say all the time.
It's gonna be there. You know, it's the club gonna be there. The women gonna be there. But your life gonna keep going on. And you gonna keep losing, like it's gonna be 10 years. Yeah, it's gonna be another decade, and you ain't got nothing. But you done went to the club though.
Yeah,
but you done talked to that woman. You done had sex.
True.
You been drinking that. You know, so it took me to like be disciplined to like actually be like, okay, cool. And I feel like that plays a part in the relationship too, because if you just out here wilding with your finances, you just wilding. Period.
Yeah,
it's just like. How you really gonna be strong in a relationship?
That's true.
So, like I had to really like change myself, and even like people like I love when people tell me like, "Damn man, like you really changed," you know, and I'll be like, "Yeah, but you acting funny." No, this ain't no act. It ain't even funny. It's like I'm different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't that person that you knew back in the day in Chicago. You know, because I'm from Chicago, so I'm not that person no more. You feel me? So like certain things. Like, don't excite me no more. Sometimes I'm not gonna do this, you know, and you can feel like I'm acting different or whatever it is, but it's just like, nah, you gotta get that to understand, you know?
Yeah.
So, I love that. Like, I talk to my wife about that all the time, because people be like, Clay, you don't ever want to come out, you act like an old lady. I be like, look, if I'm not making a special appearance, or if I'm not going to a networking event, or we ain't got a red carpet, something like that, I'm not coming out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just like times has changed. I'm just in a different space in my life to where I feel like I'm trying to set generational wealth up for us. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So if I come out, it got to be for a purpose. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's why. So I feel you 100% on that. You know what I mean? Because you gonna look up. And your life gonna pass you by, and you steady trying to climb when you could just put up for like 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And then come back out 6 months. Let the people miss you. Ain't shit outside anyway.
Come out way better, like like, and it kind of was like that, like a 6 month, 10 month lock in. It was just like I just learned and started, and then how I even like started out. I just started fixing all we got a family group chat. Who needs y'all credit fix for free?
That's what I'm talking about. I was just about to ask you how did you get started? Because for those that don't know, side nickname is Side the Credit Fein. You need that credit fix. I got you, y'all. Business credit, all of that. So how did you get started with that? I know you said you took, what God blessed you with, and you poured into yourself. That was the beginning of it. And then you just said that you reached out to your family.
Yeah, my family. So I just started fixing it, because you got you got to show people what you're doing. So like I posted of course my results of what I was doing for myself. But I'm like, okay, I need some more traction. So then that's why I just wrote in the family group chat. I'm like, I'll fix anybody credit for free. I don't care what y'all got on there. And that helped me learn. They helped me running the brick walls. And then I got mentorships, with different people. And once I got mentorships, it's like, man, it's really a different. It's really another side to this. Like, it's really another side to going out, to partying, to women, all the distractions. Like, it's really another side. So, once I start talking to people who making 6 figures, 7 figures, it's a different conversation. It's a different ballpark, So, once I started fixing my family credit for free, I started getting more results. And now people's hit me up like, you fix credit. So people was like, dang. So now even friends and stuff, that people that trust me, they like, okay, I need mine fixed. So I just started putting a price on it, and then learning more about how I need to be structured. Like I said, that come from mentorship, and it just went from there. Just kind of
And you doing the damn thing. I be seeing business credit, personal credit. You doing the damn thing. So congratulations on that. And then you mentioned that you bought a Sprinter and a box truck. You do a transportation as well.
Yeah. So with those, I did those straight out of once I broke up, and then once I was starting to do it, once I got into the credit repair space, I end up selling them for the most part. So I let them go. But I was just honestly thinking about that. I was like, man, because you can have multiple streams of income.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I didn't want to doing that and then trying to learn this credit stuff. It was kind of too much.
Yeah, I got you.
I didn't want to overwhelm myself. I needed to do that one thing so that I can basically learn it, master it. And now, since I got it down, I feel like I'm good at it. Now I can kind of step away. Now I can work on my business. Now I have that business automated. Now I can step away to be like, okay, let me go back to what I know how to do. And so my goal is to go back to doing my logistics and then showing people how to fix their credit to get in the logistic business, because but I had to stop had to focus on one thing first.
Yeah, so, that's amazing. I'm proud of you. Yeah. I'm proud. It's just the beginning.
Oh yeah,
it's just the beginning. Yeah. So what? And it's crazy though. It's so crazy as we're having this conversation. I'm literally sitting here thinking like that hurt and pain that you went through literally birthed all of this. Had you not went through that season in your life, you would probably still be on a rabbit hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I pray for this. I pray. I even with the job I was at, like, I be feeling like when people work jobs, the job's probably not bad as the people that you work with.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The people that's over you, the managers and all that stuff. And it was like I used to go home every day. Like I was good at my job. Like I was making a lot of money. I was in brokerage.
Right.
So I was making a lot of money, but it was just I always went home. I prayed to God, like God, give me a sign, like take me out of this. I want to do this. This is my career, like what I like, but it's starting to like take a toll on me.
Be a burden.
I need it, because we got bills and everything. But I'm like, man, when it happened, I was like, man, like that's why can't nobody tell me that God
ain't real. There you
can't
go.
Nobody tell me that like the stuff I done been through, like what I endured, like even being younger, going through my trials and tribulations and all that stuff. He still always gave me the greater good,
Yeah.
So it definitely did birth the person that I am today, and that's why I always say, like, I don't never like talk down, on my ex or nothing like that or that situation, but I needed it, and I'm happy that it happened.
Yeah,
I am.
And it was a good thing that you took that time out to find yourself. And take that time for healing, because some people would just jump from one toxic relationship to the next, to the next, to the next. And then they begin to start thinking that shit is normal, and it's not. So I really feel like people need to start taking that time for themselves. Like you said, it's okay to sit down for 6 months to a year and just kind of be with yourself. Because you learn a lot about yourself when you by yourself.
Yeah, it feel good. It felt good.
Or if you're in a relationship, you and your partner make a plan. Sit down for that 6 months and be like, okay, babe, we finna do the A, B, C, D, and don't deter from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think it's also okay, too, if you're in a relationship with somebody, to still have your own independent goals.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because a lot of the times when you're with somebody and you're together for a long time, you lose yourself.
You lose track,
And you forget what it was that your plans were or your dreams were, because all you know is you and your partner. And that can kind of cause strife in your relationship too, because now you're not really happy because you're not
resentment.
Resentment, because you're not doing what it is that you've been wanting to do, because you don't put it on the back burner. So definitely it's important to make sure that you continue on with your dreams and y'all have those individual goals. So
I think that's important.
What was some stuff, Shy, that you had to unlearn about love and relationships after that situation?
I had to unlearn that like I had to unlearn that I wasn't communicating. So I guess I had to unlearn how to not communicate. Like how you have to communicate. You have to talk. You have to let a person know what's on your mind. I also had to unlearn just being toxic too, because being with her, I got toxic ways, yelling,
rubs off on you.
I had to unlearn. I say this stuff I had to learn. I had to learn how to be patient. I had to learn how to communicate. I had to learn how to be open-minded. I can't expect somebody to think how I want, think how I think. Like you said, you have to let a person be exactly who they are. But it goes back to me saying too, like, you got to want to accept that about that person. So that's you knowing yourself at the same time. So like I had to learn just how to actually be like a genuine and open-minded person, so I can give you something that you never had and what I never had. So I'm just really big on, you really gotta just be genuine. It's just like you gotta have a genuine heart. You can't have no like ill intent. And I feel like it was a lot of like ill like intent in my last relationship, because even when she met me, because like in Chicago, like back in the day, like I used to like throw like lesbian parties. It was like a long time ago. I was younger and stuff. So like a lot of people like knew who I was. And from that, they, oh, you, and then people do this now. They see you look nice. Oh, you a hoe.
Yeah, just cause of how you look and how you carry yourself.
You must got hoes. They be
Yeah,
like, what
yeah.
is wrong with you? Like, no, you get mad because I got a nice looking mama and a nice looking daddy, and I came out looking a little nice. Like, I ain't none of that.
Look,
Like, it ain't my fault.
Yeah, you know, dang, you want me to be ugly? So that, like, everyone felt like that, you know. And granted, I did, you know, talk to a lot of women, so you know, but I still felt like, you know, I wasn't a hoe. It was just more so like she said, in your 20s, you gotta learn yourself. I was just, you know, figuring it out, you know, and then so I just feel like I just really had to learn a lot of good traits that I didn't have or know about, basically.
was it just strictly a self thing, or did you start surrounding yourself around other people who were where you wanted to be, or who can pour into you positively?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the people that like I was friends with before in Chicago, like I'm like not friends with them anymore. Like it's like I don't like to be around people that's like in competition, or I feel like in competition, or you feel like we're friends because I'm trying to benefit something from you or something like that. I feel like you shouldn't really hang around people like that. And like the people that I really hang around with now, like they're genuine. You know, like I know that they don't, it's not an ulterior motive. Like it's not like they don't want me because, you know, of whatever I got. Like if I'm a friend with you, like it's genuine. You know, like call me if you need something, talk to me, you know. So like I do definitely feel like it's important to have a supportive friend group, and your mate is also important too. Both of those are very important to your success in life, because you know it takes a village for everything. So
Absolutely,
you need good friends. If you're gonna be in a relationship, you need a good woman. I just feel like I just don't like when it's like competition, or people like, you know, feeling like, or you feel like I'm better than you. I feel like if I know something that you don't know, like I should teach you, or you should teach me. You know, like it should be like, oh, if I'm trying to tell you something, you know, you put you on game. It shouldn't be like, oh, you think you know everything. No, I'm trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? If you know something that I don't know, you should educate me on it. If you're my friend, you shouldn't feel like that. If you tell me, you know, I'm going outshine you, you know what I'm saying? And I always say, like, you know, you could give me the recipe, but it don't mean it's gonna taste the same.
Yes, the sauce gonna be different. The sauce gonna be different. That's true. I love the way you put that though, because I feel like you gotta surround yourself. I had to cut a lot of people off. You know what I'm saying? And it's just because of what you just said. You know what I mean? But God started sending me my tribe and the people that's around me that's doing way better than me. I like that.
Yeah, I
like to where we can sit down and have conversations and we pulling from each other and we learning from each other.
I love
you
that.
know what I'm saying? Cause I'ma always congratulate. I'ma always support. I'ma, you know, whether I know you or not, that's just who I am. If I see somebody doing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what's up. Keep it up. You know what I mean?
met you, I'm like, it's just your vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's genuine. It's smooth. It's kind. It's loving.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise.
So like, it was just like, that's why I introduced myself. I'm like, it's just like you just see that in people. And not saying that everybody don't have that trait, but you do have it. So
you
like,
do as well,
Like, I don't have no, like, I never was that person. Like, even growing up, like friends, like you know, my homies, like they backdoored me. Even the ex I was saying, she actually like dated one of my ex best friends.
Damn.
It's like crazy. It just be really making me just be like, I don't even want no friends.
Right.
You know,
I'm gonna stay in the house.
Yeah,
you gonna stay in the house, but I'm gonna find my one. That's why I said my wife. We rock and roll. We stepping out together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so what advice would you give our molders that had to go through situations to where they had to start over from scratch and get to know themselves and provide themselves with self-love that they was looking for and everything else?
After coming out of such a traumatizing, toxic relationship.
What I'll tell everybody is take your time. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to learn yourself. You want to experience life with a certain peace that only you understand. You want to, like, start loving yourself. Like, just because you got hurt is not the end of the world. It's not. Like, pain is not forever. Like, you scrape your knee as a kid, you know, you fall down, that scar, it goes away. You know, same thing with getting hurt in a relationship. You have to take your time and rebuild yourself. Like I said, lock in. Find you something you want to do. Whether if you 9 to 5 entrepreneur, it don't matter. Like, find yourself, you know. Make sure that you're good for yourself so you could be good for somebody else. I'm really big on that. Like, if you wilding, like, fix yourself. Like, don't be afraid to have accountability about yourself. You know, can't nobody. If I know I'm impatient, so when somebody says you impatient, I don't argue with them about it. I know I am. It's just a reminder, like, you need to work on that. Same thing with, like, if you a person that don't like, you know, to take accountability, just start doing it. It feels good to change yourself. It feels good to be a different person. You know, it definitely feels good to do different things. Like, it's insane to do the same thing and get the same result.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, you don't want to keep doing that. So just take your time, change yourself, take accountability for your actions. And I always say, like, get therapy. Talk to somebody. If you can't talk to nobody else, go talk to somebody that can't tell your business. And let it all out and let them help you.
There you go. Yeah, that's great. Great.
You know, I want to say one thing. I feel like if you've ever been hurt, that's a good thing that you've gone through that, because that's gonna help you through other things in life when you get hurt. Because if you ain't never been hurt before, it's like you can't even tell me or even tell yourself how to get through the next hurt. I feel like everybody that has been hurt in life, you need to hold on to that.
Yeah.
And remember it. You know what I'm saying? So when the time comes again, because it's gonna come again, that you know how to deal with it properly.
It may not be in that form.
Right. It may not be in that
different form of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it definitely is going to help birth something amazing.
Yeah.
So, Sai, tell the people where they can find you on social media platforms.
All right. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, at Sai the Credit Fiend. It's the same thing. Sai_the Credit Fiend. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Y'all don't gotta worry about Facebook. Instagram, TikTok. All right, Sai the Credit Fiend. You can hit me up on there. Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming through.
For sure.
This was much needed.
Yeah.
We appreciate the conversation. We appreciate you coming through. Y'all,
thank you.
That's our time motors. Make sure that y'all go to YouTube and y'all hit that subscribe button, y'all. That's
The
how
like
we keep
button.
like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But until then, y'all know our motto: keep God and love first in everything you do, and He will elevate your path like no other. Until next time, y'all. Peace out.
Life lately, but no, can't fake, you know, gotta mold this clay, let go, can't fake, you know, gotta mold this clay, let go, wiggle, what I saw, what you see, as I win, not a draw, as a lead, with the fam ain't up to, that's a flaw.